If you're in Camp Sony, the choice between a digital PS5 and an optical PS5 can be summed up in one question. Is an integrated 4K Blu-ray drive worth $100 to you? The calculus becomes much more complex if you're deciding between Microsoft's Series X and a Series S. Yes, the Xbox Series S is missing an optical drive, but that's just the beginning of their differences. This choice is further complicated by the fact that the two consoles are separated by $200. So which Xbox console is right for you, and should you consider certain factors before pulling the trigger? The Xbox Series X is Microsoft's flagship console of this generation and has a retail price of $499. For your money, you get a 4K capable gaming machine, 1TB SSD storage, Ultra HD Blu-ray player, next generation features, and an 8K HDR capable HDMI 2.1 connection. The Xbox Series S starts at just $299 and is the smallest and most affordable Xbox ever. For that price, you get a 2K capable gaming machine, 512GB SSD storage, and no optical drive. However, it boasts essentially the same next-generation features and optional 8K HDR output. If you decide to buy one of these by the end of this review, you can pick one up with our affiliate links down below. Both consoles come packaged with a quick start guide, controller, and an HDMI cable. However, the Series S only comes with an HDMI 2.0 cable. This is more than enough to play all games on the Series S at their full supported resolutions and frame rates. But if you want to get all of the ultra high-speed HDMI cable functionality, like variable refresh rate, 8K 60, and 4K 120 output, and so forth, you'll eventually need to pick up an HDMI 2.1 cable. While usually not the most important aspect of deciding on a new gaming system, the form factors of these consoles are radically different and may have an impact on how you set them up. The Series X has a carbon black finish and is shaped like no other console before it. The dimensions measure 15 centimeters wide by 15 centimeters deep by 30 centimeters tall, but it can be laid on its side using small rubberized feet. The robot white Series S stands in stark contrast to its big brother in not just color, but design as well. The Series S is more what we've come to anticipate from console form factors, only much more compact. At 27.5 centimeters wide, 15 centimeters deep, and just 6.4 centimeters tall, the Series S has a total volume of only 2.6 liters. The default orientation of the Series S is horizontal, but small feet on the side allow it to stand upright. However, without something to support it, I would recommend against this. The Series X may require some careful planning or possibly even the purchase of a new multimedia piece of furniture. The Series S, on the other hand, will fit just about anywhere. Microsoft is branding the two consoles very differently. The Series X is touted as the world's most powerful console, while the Series S is seen as an affordable way into the modern Xbox ecosystem. If you want a comprehensive breakdown of the specs of these devices, I recommend watching their respective reviews. But to sum it up quickly, both consoles are rocking the same 8-core Zen 2 AMD processor, but the Series S is running a bit slower. They have the same GDDR6 RAM, but the Series X has 16 gigs compared to the 10 gigs of RAM found in the Series S. GPUs are both based on the same architecture, but it's decidedly trimmed down on the Series S. This translates to the Series X being capable of 12 teraflops of computational power compared to the 4 teraflops of the Series S. If you're not sure what all those numbers are supposed to mean, it's totally fine. Just understand that the Series X is targeting 4K gaming and the Series S is targeting 2K gaming. While both consoles use roughly the same custom solid-state drive, the Series S has half the capacity of the 1TB found in the Series X. After the operating system, you're left with about 800 gigs on the Series X and just 364 gigs on the Series S. Indie games or games developed for an older generation of consoles may take up less than a gig, but some newer games will use 100 or even more than 200 gigs on their own. Both consoles have the exact same port selection. In the front, there's a single USB 3.0 port alongside power and peripheral sync buttons. Around the back, there's two additional USB 3.0 ports, HDMI 2.1, proprietary SSD expansion, Ethernet, and a power plug. Running out of space is going to be a problem with both consoles, but will happen much sooner on the Series S. While they still support external USB drives, they also have a proprietary expansion slot around the back for a purpose-built solid-state drive that comes in a card-like form factor. The expansion card is much more expensive than the external hard drive option. We're talking $220 for a terabyte versus about $50 for a terabyte external drive. However, the proprietary drive allows for some amazing next-gen functionality, like Quick Resume. Quick Resume might be the most impressive feature of the series consoles. By caching information onto the solid-state drive, the system is able to quickly retrieve that game info the next time it's needed. When switching from one game to another using Quick Resume, a splash screen appears before placing you right back into the action. There's no loading, no intro screens, and no navigating menus, just instantaneous gaming. You can have a handful of modern AAA games or lots of older backwards compatible titles in Quick Resume suspension at once. Even after unplugging the console and moving it to a different location, the games that have been suspended in Quick Resume will continue once the Xbox has been turned back on, as if nothing happened. This validates the Velocity architecture's ability to use RAM and solid-state storage in a way to deliver remarkable next-gen experiences. The controller that comes with the Series S is identical to the one that comes with the Series X, just with a white paint job instead of black. They are also very similar to the previous Xbox One controller. The dimensions have been scaled down slightly and the ergonomics have been adjusted to accommodate different hand sizes, but most previous generation chat adapters and battery packs are still compatible. There's also a more pronounced texture on the underside of the controller that extends to the triggers and bumpers. From a technical perspective, there have also been a few improvements as well. There's now a share button to make capturing and sharing game clips easier, an improved D-pad that's now clickier, USB-C connection, and updates to the Bluetooth and wireless technologies. Xbox One controllers are compatible with the Series controllers, and Series controllers are compatible with Xbox One consoles. Most headsets and other peripherals are also supported on the new consoles. This includes the new second-generation Turtle Beach Stealth 600 and 700. Watch our reviews of those devices up here, and stay till the end to learn how to enter and win your own Stealth 600 Gen 2. The game selection for the Series X and Series S is identical. As far as we've been told, there will be no games released for the Series X that will not also be available on the Series S. There are over 50 new or enhanced games for the Series consoles, more than 600 backwards compatible Xbox 360 games, 39 original Xbox games, and over 2,000 Xbox One games ready to play on day one. If you bought any of these games digitally on a previous generation Xbox, or happen to still have the discs, they will show up as ready to download. There are certainly a lot of games to choose from, but Xbox currently suffers from not really having any big exclusive launch titles. Expect entries from Halo, Forza, and Hellblade to come soon, with more games from recently acquired studios to follow. Game Pass is a service from Xbox that makes it easy to try out an extensive library of games for a low monthly fee. Game Pass isn't exclusive to Xbox consoles, as you can download Game Pass for PC and mobile, but having an Xbox Series S is likely the most affordable way to enjoy the full experience that Game Pass has to offer. I played both consoles on the same 4K 120Hz TV, and I can definitively say that the Series X and Series S deliver exactly what they promise. The Series X is the world's most powerful console and was able to consistently provide 4K 60 and 2K 120 gameplay as promised. The interface was snappy, load times were lightning quick, and new features like Quick Resume solidify the console as a next-gen device. The Series S provided the exact same features and gaming experience, just at lower resolutions and frame rates. So where does that leave us? Well, I recommend the Series X if you already have a 4K 120Hz TV, you absolutely need a console with an optical drive, or you want to upgrade from an Xbox One X. I don't think the Series S is enough of an upgrade over the One X to justify buying. Man, these names. I recommend an Xbox Series S if you don't have a capable TV, don't need an optical drive, and this is your first console purchase in a while, or you're upgrading from a standard Xbox One. I may also recommend a Series S if you already own a PlayStation 5 and you're just looking for an inexpensive way to take advantage of Game Pass in your living room. Hopefully this helped you decide which console is right for you. If it did, or you have any questions, please leave them down in the comments. All products mentioned can be purchased using our affiliate links, and down there you will also find links to buy our custom shirts. As I mentioned, my friend Josh Kicks is hosting a giveaway of a Turtle Beach Stealth 600 Gen 2. Find his Instagram in the description, and make sure you subscribe here to catch all of our PlayStation and Xbox coverage. Thanks for being here, and we'll see you in the next one.